Today is Saturday, August 20th, 2022. It is also day 23 of JS for websites. And today I'm going to do what I did yesterday. And I'm just going to take the website that I made today in web development, which is the one on the right over here. And I'm just going to change its styles and its background. And basically, right now it's currently a website on like a writing AI tool. And I'm just going to change the content to be something like a dating app. And I'm going to use this illustration that I downloaded from Andraw .co. I downloaded it as a SVG and yeah, and I have this color over here, F50057 for the accent color. And then what I did was I went to the web dev logs of mine and I just went to the code and I made a fork of the REPL and this is what I have right now. So only thing I added was I gave it the header an ID of header and literally that's it. Okay, so now onto the JS. The first thing I want to do is change the color green, right, to the color that matches my illustration. So I'll do variable, call it header, and then I'll access this. So I'll do document dot and then get element by ID function and put in the ID over here. And then I'll access the header and then the styles of the header because the background color is actually written in CSS, not in HTML. So I have to access the CSS style. So that's dot style. And then the property that I want to change is background. And I can just change it to this color over here that I copied and just paste that in here and then reload and the color changes. Beautiful. All right, now if I want to do the button, if I go to my index.html, I know that the button has an ID of btn. So I'll go to my JS and I'll just do variable button, then access it through the DOM, which is the document, dot gets element by ID once again, and then I'll do btn because that's the ID I have it as, and then I'll do button dot style, same thing because the background, not the background, but the property that I want to change is the background, which is in the CSS. So I have to target the CSS styles and then set that equal to the same color and then run it and then reload, and then I'll be able to see that. Okay, now I'll change the background image. So I'll upload it here. I'll upload the file. I believe it's this one. And I'll go here. Yes, it is. I'm going to rename it to image2. And I'm going to go to my script.js and I'm going to access the background image. So right now, if I go to my HTML, I see that my image is actually um, has has a class of image. So what I'll do is I'll give it an ID of img so I could target that easily. And I'll just do variable. I'll do background and set that equal, well, no, what am I doing? I'm going to access it, document dot get element by ID. And then I believe, right, I put img. And then now that I have it accessed and I set it to a variable, I can target it. I can target its styles, right? And I can target its background. And if I go to my CSS, I notice that the background is actually a URL. So all I have to do really is just kind of copy this, go back over here, paste that in here within quotations. But notice that when I do that, get rid of the semicolon, put that outside. Notice that when I do that, it breaks the quotations because there's quotations within here. So to fix that, just put a backslash in front of those quotations and that fixes that. And then obviously just change the source. So instead of image.svg, just do image2.svg and then run that and reload, and then you can see that happening, which is pretty cool. And then I'll fix the positioning a little bit later. I could, you know what, let me just do that right now. If I go to my CSS, I know that there's a width and height. All right, so I'm gonna do that. And I'm just gonna rewrite those. So I don't really need to create a new variable. I just have to do background dot style. And then let me just paste these in here. So style dot height, set that equal to 500 pixels. And then did I say background? I meant, oh yeah, that is what I'm trying to say. And then there is the width and set that equal to 700 pixels. And then finally the background size. So I'm going to use camel casing because that's how we do it over here in JS. and change it to contain. And it already is like this. It's just that when you like, for example, I've noticed that when I um reload, I ran it by the way. When I kind of change one thing about it, all the rest of it's like JS ignores, or not JS, but like the browser ignores the rest of the CSS rules that I added. So I have to rewrite them in JS. And I know that there's another way to do it by doing a classes and whatever, but like I still have to get used to that. I have to learn it. So learn it further in order before I apply it, because I tried it the other day. It was like not okay, but yeah, so for now I just like restate them in JS. But I know that there's a better way to do it. So clearly now it's fitted more. And now that's pretty much it. Now I'm just going to change like the content itself. So first of all, this. So I think I'm going to come up with the catchphrase like let's say like find the beat to your heart. Very cringy, but it's okay. So what I'll do is I could just change it in HTML, but I said I'm going to do everything in what do you call it, in JS. So only thing I'm going to do is just give it a I believe it's an H1 somewhere over here. Yeah, over here. I'm just going to give this an ID of like title, and then I'm going to go here and just target the title. So I'm going to access it var title. Um, hold up. All right, I'm a terrible speller. I was like, did I spell that wrong? All right, and then I'll do document dot get element by ID title, and then I'll change this title inner HTML because that's what I'm changing. There's no CSS that I'm changing, and I'm just setting it equal to something else. So for me, I'm going to set it to find the beat, the bear, and then the beat to your heart. And then run that, reload, and then that should change. Now I'm going to change the width of it so that it kind of fits better. If I do full screen, this is what it's looking like right now. So let me just do title dot style dot width equal to, I'll just play around like maybe 500 pixels. Oops, forgot to put that in quotations. All right, reload that. Oops, well, that's not any better. Let's do 800 pixels. Nope. 700 pixels. I literally just put random numbers until it looks good. Find the beat to your heart. I guess that's okay. And then, all right, so it's okay here. And then I would have to change also this little section over here. So let me go to my index.html, and I'm going to give that an ID of, actually, um, no, let me just give it an ID. I'm not actually, do I want it? No, yes, let me give it an ID. I'm so indecisive. Okay, I'm just going to say IDP, and then I'll go here and do variable. Honestly, I'm so tired of writing, so let me just copy this and paste that and just call it paragraph. So I'm just going to call it para, and then just p here, and then I'll do para dot inner HTML, and then change that to be, let's see, what would be my little call to action here? So dip your pen, blah, 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 find the beat to your heart. Find the beat to your heart. Use or discover, what am I gonna say? Discover people, discover, explore. I don't even know. Let me pause and think. All right, so I'm just like kind of just making this up from the top of my head right now. So I'm gonna say listen to our beats and find your soulmate. So I guess it's gonna be like a company. Let me run that and then reload. Um, inner HTML. Let me fix that real quick. Okay, there we go. So basically, the case scenario is that this is like a dating app company that is also hash like slash music company. So they're saying like listen to our beats and then you'll find your soulmate. So it's like a dating app where you find your soulmate based on the similar tastes in music that you have, but the music is like the company's music. So something like that. So yeah, so you'll find your soulmate if you listen to their beats because I don't know, it's kind of like Tinder maybe like I don't know, like if one person likes the music, then that data will be collected and then they will be paired or matched with a person who likes the same music. Something absolutely ridiculously dumb that doesn't make sense, but yeah, I'm just gonna go with it. So find the beat to your heart, listen to our beats, and find your soulmate. Why did I write York two times? Okay, let me get rid of that. Um, all right, so that's one thing, and then I'm going to change the button. So the button is over here. I need to just change the inner HTML of it. So I'll do button dot inner HTML, which is what it says, and it is stated in HTML. So I'll do like listen now. Listen now. I'm not sure if I should change it from black to white, like the color, but whatever. And then obviously um, the logo is actually over here and it has an ID of logo. So I'm just gonna go here and targeted var logo equal to document dot get element by ID, and then I'll do logo, and then I'll do logo dot inner HTML and change it to soul beats, I think. Soul soul beats, maybe that's a good name. Oh my god, this is horrible. No way. I'm gonna have to change. This is what I'm talking about. Like every single time I like just do one thing, it overwrites everything. So I'm gonna have to rewrite everything, every CSS role. So what, let me just, I don't even know what I'm saying. Okay, let me just stop talking. Let me find the logo. Okay, this font family, and then let's see, anything inside the header. Let me look. All right, so let me go here in my JS, put that in here. I wonder why it's not so weird. All right, so I'll do logo dot style dot font family, set that equal to this over here. Let me just put that right there in the middle, delete that, and then let me run that. Oops, forgot the semicolon. All right, soul beats, the font is there, but I wonder why it's so weird. It's like looking very odd. So let me think. The font is there. Font family, what else am I missing? The color, so logo dot, well, it's already there. So logo dot style dot font size. I could set that to be, I don't know, 30 pixels. Okay. Um, there's so much. I'm gonna have to like completely restyle the logo here. So let me just do a lot of these. So logo font size, blah, blah, blah. There's also display. Let me set that to flex. And then let me change justify, not justify content, align items to center. That doesn't even work, so that's great. How about I do dot style and I just give it a border for now because I cannot see anything here. So 5 pixels, black, solid. Get rid of this. Reload. Okay, there we go. So I need logo dot style, its display to be equal to flex. And then I needed to just literally go downwards. So I need it to be logo dot style dot align items, set that equal to center, which is what I had and it didn't work, but let's see if it works now for some odd reason. All right, beautiful. Yeah, that's what I wanted. So soul beats, and then the font is over here, which is great. Maybe I'll just get rid of this. Reload that. Okay. And then I'll get rid of the border and reload that. And that's it. All right, that's what I'm gonna go for. I'm gonna stop. Oh, I forgot about this. So this needs to be moved to the left. So that is, what is it again? The P, the para. I don't know how to do media queries though in JS yet, so that's a problem. Um, but let me just look at what I have in my CSS for the P. What is it? Dot content paragraph. So I have all this over here, so that's probably what I should do. Um, so let me get to that and go to my JS. And then for the paragraph, which is over here, I'll do para. Let me just paste that in there. So it was margin left, so para.style.margin. And then set that equal, oh no, margin left, set that equal to negative 88 pixels. And then let's hopefully see if that works. No, that's great. All right, negative 88 pixels, margin left, style, para, blah, blah, blah. 10 pixels. I'm just gonna play around until I see if it works. Okay, so it should be negative like 100 pixels. And then even further, so like let's say 40 pixels. Reload, okay, a little bit more, let's say 180 pixels. All right, beautiful. And then here's the problem. Now it kind of messes up this for, it's kind of overwriting the media query, so that's a problem. But now it looks good here. You know what? What if I just get rid of this and just save that, reload here, and then just do para dot um para dot style dot text align, set that to center, reload. Beautiful. And now it's the same thing, so that fixes that issue. All right, so that fixes that problem. It looks visually pleasing in both ways now. Um, kind of. Eh, sure. But yeah, that's it for today. Find the beat to your heart, listen to our beats, and find your soulmate. Listen now, soul beats, and then I have my navigation bar, and everything looks fairly all right. And that's it. Okay, bye.